It's good. It means I think it indicated our guys are pretty sure themselves, playing with a great deal of confidence and playing in the aggressive range. So that's good. It's a product of a lot of guys with hard work and kind of and focusing on the way for them. So proud of our guys.
What playing their best football?
That's a fumble return on that play. I mean, you always got to be happy when the defense does score.
I think it was a tempo setter, obviously, and let's face it, they have some limitations. They're going through some issues, but all that aside, just our positioning, our physicality, our consistency that we played with against aggressive focus, the intensity that we brought out there. Where we talked all week about really focusing in on us more than anything else, and control what we can, and so again, I think that was a sign of maturation, good leadership, and guys being hungry, and not being satisfied.
I think 3 straight weeks where the yardage and points have been that season high for you guys, or season low, I guess you put it. Where you thought this team has improved?
Well, yeah, and sometimes the yards and points are indicative of that, and sometimes they're not. But I feel probably like you might have seen that we are getting getting a little bit better week in and week out. They had some limitations, so we weren't stressed in certain areas that we will be the next couple of weeks. But that being said, you got to keep a perspective on it and reward the guys for a good solid effort and getting an opportunity to play the next one.
Talk about the progress that Corey and Malachi have made throughout the season.
Mary's done a great job with all those ends. Becoming more and more productive and disruptive, setting the edge of the defense. Again, playing with good technique, pad level, understand their responsibility, having good eyes, and again, that making the plays and showing up on the stat sheet is again indicative of improvement in all those different things. They've really worked incredibly hard. They're out there early every day at practice, working on the little things and understanding football. Mary's done a great job getting those guys, in tune to that all the ends.
In recent weeks, it seems like Spencer Shuey's really come on for you at linebacker. Talk to us for a minute about his play.
Again, he's just he's an instinctive guy, good tackler, understands what we want to do, got a really in-depth understanding of the system and of offenses and formations, and just does a great job at managing our defense, from the middle linebacker. He and Stephon both, but that's what should happen if you're any good, up the middle. And so happy and proud of him and all those guys.
You've already touched on the limitations that this team has offensively now with the quarterback situation. So how does that hurt you preparing for next week when now you're facing an NC State team that Glennon can throw the ball all over the field?
It doesn't necessarily hurt us. It's just we got a lot to get better at still. That some of those issues weren't necessarily addressed today, but they're going to be there. So guys just got to focus, again on themselves and have a great understanding. They know, they got after us last year. Went up and down the field and again a very very quality personnel standpoint, a veteran team, a veteran offensive line, and I don't know what their situation is today, but the team that's playing for the bowl pecking order and pride and everything else. So it's a veteran team that we need to be prepared for, and we need to have a great week of preparation to have a chance to compete with them and defend them the right way.
Brent, what's been the difference between that first month of the season when everybody was like, what's the matter with the defense, and now it seems like week by week it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter?
I think there's a lot of things. There's a lot of variables that go into it. I just think we're playing consistently. Guys understand their job. Are playing with discipline, the discipline of fundamentals, the discipline of gap integrity, the discipline of eye control, discipline of just doing their job. And it's really as simple as that. And that's a very difficult thing to do, play in and play out, do it at the level of consistency. So when you're beating yourself, on early downs and put yourself behind the chains, nothing works. But when you do the little things the right way, execute and again just play in a consistent in a consistent play. You don't have to scoop score, touchdown the first drive. It doesn't have to be that way. But you got to be where you're supposed to be, whatever that means. Okay, you know, and I think our guys trust the system and trust each other, and are settling down and just playing with better focus and doing a great job, obviously, during the course of the week. The preparation and really investing every single day and not wasting those opportunities.
Did you know after Florida State, after Boston College, that maybe this would be coming eventually?
And listen, I've told them all along, listen, we've got some quality players here. We're good enough to play very good defense if we understand what we're supposed to do, what that entails. Again, just play with good fundamentals, know how to get lined up, have a sense of urgency, play with some toughness. Again, just really stress. Again, nobody's has to be, you know, Superman out there, and but it's a workmanlike effort, and you know, collectively we need to be really, you know, 11 guys as a whole needs to be really solid, and again, just be consistent. So yeah, I think our guys have bought into that, and we've hammered it and hammered it and hammered it. And I'll be honest, we've got a great scout team, scout O-line, quarterbacks, receivers, backs. They do a great job, not a good job, as good as I've been around. And so it's a great challenge. Our guys, I mean, they come to practice and practice with emotion. We go live outside of Mondays. We go live on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and our guys, they're juiced up. We're juiced up. And they're making a play here and there. Our guys are, you know, taking it the right way. So those are, again, you know, today and we would say last week, those are just byproducts of doing all the little things better, and we've still got a long ways to go.
Just clarification, by juiced you mean excited and not and not anything, and not steroid related, right?
Yeah, you're still in your first year of trying to get everybody to learn everything. So are you having any time now to be able to put in some more classes, you know, on the defense? I mean, you just now getting your first year in, getting everybody comfortable with your system. Are you able to find any time now to get the backup and get there playing?
Yeah, every week we have. I mean, it's been crazy. I played more backups than I've ever played in my career, probably combined, this season. So, yeah, I mean, I played nine linebackers again today. I played 9 last week. I've never played 9 in a season, let alone in one game. So it's good, though. It is good. Listen, I just keep my guys in. It's working. Let's not jack it up. So 2s and 3s, usually play like 2s and 3s, and you know, it's hard, you know, after maybe a solid performance to watch it. Sometimes our guys have played a lot, and you see them when they get in, they play pretty good. So you know, it's a lesson learned for me, and it's been good. And obviously, it creates depth. And whether it's an injury or you create depth, the older guys, they graduate. These guys are ready to play. They play, and they're confident. They're sure of themselves. So,
how extra excited not only to see you guys playing good defensively, but you got to be thrilled to see them putting points up on the board now on a regular basis like they have been.
Yeah, that's all good. That's icing on the cake, and happy for those guys. And hopefully that lends credibility to doing all the little things right. I don't think those things just happen by chance. I really don't. I think that's a byproduct of focus and aggression and assuredness and technique and just doing their job and making a good play. Don't get me wrong, but I really believe it's a byproduct of all those other things.
Just a few words about what Shuey's meant to the team. Obviously, here